I would like to talk about how sport is exposing the flaws in our society today. I particularly want to highlight boxing's Tyson Fury in this video. I feel he epitomizes the absurdity of what we accept now that wouldn't be acceptable in any other generation. It's not just his fault though. For one reason or another, Fury particularly, but not exclusively, has been flattered and enabled to make a mess of a once highly respected and honourable sport. I know this is a symptom of our society. It's happening everywhere. We praise mediocrity and pretend people are better than what they really are. We put effort on equal footing with achievement. Don't get me wrong, good effort is important and commendable, but it doesn't necessarily translate to achievement. Taking part doesn't make you the best at something. It's like Pussycat Dolls compared to the Supremes, Justin Bieber to Prince, Lady Gaga to Aretha Franklin, Harry Styles to Elvis Presley, Chris Brown to Michael Jackson. You get my meaning. It's not about old against new. It's just there's a chasm between the length and depth of talent on display. You see, everything is so cleverly manufactured now, carefully managed to sell to the, let's say, gullible masses. And now we seem to have it in boxing. Like anything in life, if you give too much praise before good time, you enable a person to sit back and have their ego stroked. They start to believe the premature accolade and become lazy and complacent. They feel they've reached the summit when they've only just started their ascent. Tyson Fury has been allowed to put himself among the greatest boxers of all time without achieving anything close to their records. How does that happen? Really? It's going on in F1, but that's a different story for another time. You see, what is more disturbing to me is that he's been overly flattered by the boxing media. That includes ex-boxers and so-called pundits. This is a dereliction of duty. It is their job to ask the difficult questions and to keep the boxers and promoters and managers on their toes. Everybody seems to have to preface any criticism of Fury by saying he's the best. It's like they're all suffering from mass formation. Let me give you a definition of mass formation. It's when people lose some sort of contact with reality. Mass formation psychosis is when a large part of society focuses its attention on a leader or leaders or a series of events, and their attention focusing on one small point or issue. Followers can be hypnotized to be led anywhere, regardless of data proving otherwise.
And let's remember this. I think Tyson Fury is the best out of a lot of them. Listen to me. Tyson Fury has proved he's the best fighter in the world. And I don't understand it. Tyson Fury is the best fighter in the world. I think he beats them all. Tyson Fury is the best fighter in the world. He's proved that.
Even if you're one of the greatest boxers of all time, like Tyson Fury, if you're one of the great, he's without a doubt one of the greatest heavyweight boxers ever.
Fury's great at boxing, at coming forward and having a fight. He's great at boxing on the back foot, great at going sideways. The guy's got it all. You know what I mean? He's a modern day great.
I think Fury's proven himself to be number one in the world. Look, I think Fury's the best fighter in the world, number one. I think he's proven that.
We give lots of praise to Fury. We've had lots of criticism of Joshua. We went down on Fury's side. Constantly Tyson gets the good word.
Is Tyson Fury the best? This doesn't stand up to scrutiny, does it? As of now, Tyson Fury has fought an average of one fight a year, all against lower tier opponents. A limited and manufactured champion in Deontay Wilder, who had the WBC belt, a subpar Dillian White, and a third fight with a past it Derek Chisora, who he'd beaten convincingly twice before. Just think about what other boxing champions had to do to get the accolade and praise of their peers and fans. What boxer in their right mind turns down undisputed? Nobody. Nobody turns down that opportunity. It doesn't happen. Mike Tyson, Fury's namesake, became undisputed and defended his belts 11 times. All that in a 3-year period. From Jack Dempsey to Lennox Lewis, they all respected undisputed and fought who they had to get and keep it. Usyk and AJ are the only ones who have actively sought to get it and come close to getting it. How did we get in this position? To put Tyson Fury's name so early among the likes of Joe Louis, Floyd Patterson, Ingemar Johansson, Joe Jersey Walcott, Ezra Charles, Rocky Marciano, Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, even recent champions like Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson. Come on. The statement that Fury is the best of our era simply isn't true. Guess why? He hasn't proved it. I believe people have made allowances for him. I don't know why. Your guess is as good as mine. They want it to be true though, but it's not. As I said before, blaming Fury alone though is like blaming a spoilt child for being spoilt. The parents are the main culprits in messing up their kids' heads, let's face it. Just like in this case, it's the media to blame for enabling Tyson Fury's behaviour. And now it's got out of hand, and it's no good blaming the child. It was your weak parenting skills that emboldened him to take the piss out of boxing.
So what are you going to do? Because right now you're in charge. Yeah.
The media of the past would never tolerate such grandiose talk without it being backed up. Win or lose, boxers earn the most respect for their bravery and willingness to take the risk. That's what it's about. It's seeing somebody expose their heart. That's what it's about. To the brave goes the spoils, they say. Fury could have become undisputed. He had that in his hands, in his grasps. And that would just be just one step on the ladder to being mentioned among the greats. I thought he was a Spartan. Apparently not.
What is your profession?
Old Spartans. He was inspected.
We need to stop rewarding negative behaviour. Stop telling Tyson Fury he's the greatest. Just stop. Stop feeding his delusion. And maybe yours. He's far from being the greatest of his time. Much less any other time. Forget the past. He can't go there. He's got time to clean out the division though and make meaningful fights. But I won't hold my breath. To be considered the greatest in this era, he has to fight the challenging fights of this era. He has to fight the AJs, the Usyks, Herkovich, Zhilei Zhang, Frank Sanchez, Martin Bakole, Joe Joyce, Makhmudov, Efe Ajagba, Daniel Dubois, Andy Ruiz, Jared Anderson, Michael Hunter. The list goes on. There's plenty of heavyweights there. There's so many fights to be made and there's no one running from him. They all fancy their chances. Some of the names I just mentioned are 50-50 fights. Some of them are back to beat him. He needs you, the media, far more than you need him. I don't know if you realise that. Stop being blackmailed into flattering him before his time. It's not going to help him. It doesn't help him. It hasn't helped him. Ask the relevant questions and expect real answers. Don't capitulate. He needs your exposure to stay relevant. Think about the fans and refuse to be bullied. If you're used to class, you find it impossible to tolerate rubbish. But we are so used to rubbish now that we don't recognise class.